It is very, very simple to make mistakes, costly mistakes. The 183 days rule, it does not exist, okay? There are huge fines for those not doing it. The consequences might be very costly and non-cancelable. Do not do your tax return alone. Hello guys, and welcome to the French Tax Online channel. Today, I'm going to give you my tax treat which made me help thousands of expats with their French taxes. What's surprising me the most is that it's always the few same things which make people make mistake, costly mistake. I hope you're ready. Let's go. Please do not forget to check, double check and triple check about your tax residency status. Don't forget about the 183 days rule, which is not a proper rule. It does not exist, okay? It's not because you spent 1 month or 6 months or 3 months in France or not, that you are or not a French tax resident. French tax residency is about different criteria, which is your main home, where you have most of your personal and professional interests, your family, the number of days spent, of course. It's a mix of all these criteria which make you or not a tax resident. And the thing is, your tax obligations are not the same, whether you are or not a tax resident of France. Don't forget to declare all of your worldwide income while you are in France. I mean, once you are a French tax resident. Indeed, as a French tax resident, you have to declare all your worldwide income, even coming from the US, from Azerbaijan, from the UK, etc., etc. Be careful though. Declaring does not mean paying, right? And thanks to the tax treaty between France and 121 countries, most of these incomes are not taxable, or there is usually a tax credit to be used for avoiding you to pay double taxes, of course. Please guys, do not forget to declare your foreign bank account and your trust for the American, because it doesn't cost you much, you do not pay taxes, but there are huge fines for those not doing it. It's very important for you to declare them yearly on your personal tax return. For the trust, it's a bit different. You have to declare the Trust 1 and Trust 2 form, depending on the situation, on top of your income tax return. Please do not forget to declare in France your French rental income, even though you are not a French tax resident. I've seen hundreds and hundreds of people not living in France and therefore not declaring their French rental income in France because they're like, oh, but I live in the UK, so I only declare it in the UK. Yes, but no, I'm sorry about that. It doesn't work this way. French rental income must be declared and paid in France first, and then you might be willing to declare it in your own country with a tax credit, of course, for not paying twice. Be careful about your foreign pension. Why? Because some of them are taxable in France, some of them are not taxable, and for some of them, you might be able to get a very nice 7.5 flat rate on the whole pension payment. It's called pension en capital, and depending on the situation, you might be able to get it. So please be careful about your foreign pension, and don't forget to think about that and take some information before moving to France if you're planning to move ahead. Once again, if you plan to move to France in the next few months or years, then you might be willing to think and schedule your arrival in France so that you might not be paying this tax or this one. The biggest mistake I see is people moving to France and then a few months later selling their previous main home. The thing is, if they want to be compliant, these people have to declare and pay French capital gain tax on this sale, which is why if you're smart enough, you might be able to sell this house before moving to France. Okay, so once again, timing is not everything, but it's a big part of the tax planning. If you are doing your own tax return, then guys, you have to be careful about the tax treaties and the tax credits. And to do so, you have to use the 2047 form, which is an annex to the main tax return form. This annex, the 2047, is allowing you to benefit from tax credits from abroad. You have to use this the right way to be able to get a credit. If you don't do it the right way, then you will not get the credit and you would pay double. So please be careful about this or ask someone to do it for you. It is very, very, very simple to make mistakes when buying a French property while not being French or not a resident, because a lot of people do not get the right information. They would buy a French house with a foreign company or with a French company, and in the end, they would not need this, they would need something else, or they choose the wrong tax option. Again, please get some information with the right person before buying your French home, because depending on what you choose, the consequences might be very costly and non-cancelable. My last tax tip for you guys is to not do your tax return alone unless you are 100% sure about what you're doing, because it's very easy to make mistakes, and these mistakes would 100% of the time cost you either time or money or both. We are here for this, but of course we are a few tens or hundreds of tax advisors in France, and you have to get some help. This is not that easy, at least for the first one. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you liked my little tax tips. Please be careful about all this and of course much more before planning to move to France. As you know, we can help you with your French tax return. Don't hesitate to get in touch, ask us. We would very happily reply you, send you a quote and work for you guys. I hope we will help more than 1,000 expats in 2026. That's my wish at least. I wish you a very good day and see you soon. Cheers guys.